Boo, you bitch. It's Hiway. It's another crazy story. Let's go.
Off I go with my normal face. Yeah, I blend right in with my normal face, bitch. Yeah, the world is looking like a cartoon to me. Got a look on my face like nothing is news to me. I can put on a performance if I end up in the formal place. It's just me with my normal face.
Yeah, y'all better love me because I redid this part of this video because, hey, we live in Old Town and the janitor bitch is vacuuming the hallways right when I do this video. Worst timing ever. But anyway, we're gonna make it clean for y'all. What's up? It's Hiway. Welcome back. You better be subscribed already. But anyway, we're getting right into it, man. This is the story of how I got booed by 1,000 people and I crowd surfed on 1,000 people at the same venue. Probably wondering how the fuck that's possible. It's possible. Two different shows. We're gonna start with the negative first. I honestly don't know which show happened first. They were very close together, but we'll start with the shitty one first. Okay, so we're going back to probably 2016. It's important to note at this time, I'm very, very into technical rap. That's all I listened to. That's all I was making. And I was just really boxed in with my taste in hip-hop music. In later years, and partially to do with this story I'm about to tell, years to come, I opened my mind up to different subgenres of hip-hop subgenres that I don't create or necessarily was brought up on, but I can now dive in and I can understand where they're coming from and I can bop to it. I get it. Back then I didn't get it, and this is important to the story. So bring it back, 2016, super technical Hiway. I know nothing else, right? Well, these stories take place at the Arcata Community Center. It's one of our biggest venues, and what's cool about this place is that it's an all-age venue. They don't serve alcohol there, so you can do all-age shows. But that's also to its detriment. And shit gets rowdy as fuck. In this case, it was one of them rowdy ass shows. The headliner was SOBRBE, I think is the group's name, out of Oakland and Vallejo. Familiar with their music a little bit. But they're the young generation. I'm talking about like high school, man. Like high school kids are into this shit. So, and at the time I was doing like promotion work, like hanging posters and shit like that in exchange for getting added on to these shows as an opener. So I got added on to this show. And I didn't know what the fuck I was walking into. I mean, you gotta be brave with shit, no matter what kind of audience you're about to face. You don't ever know. But man, wasn't expecting this shit. So one of the things I can remember about my set was that I knew I needed to do something to kind of appeal to the crowd, to the young crowd, even with all my rapidy rap shit. So I stole a Cardi B beat, the Bodak Yellow thing, and I put my super rapidy rap technical shit over it. It didn't go over too well. Crowd was like kinda into it because they recognized the beat. Obviously, the beat was hot. But then they, realized it was, the fuck? Like, we'd rather hear the real thing kind of thing. So that's kind of, that energy's gonna be being put out there. I'm kind of picking up on it at this point. But I'm still going in there, man. I'm not gonna quit. So I keep doing my shit. I think I got like a 15-minute set. I think it probably fit like 5 songs in there. Well, there was like this younger chick in the front row, very front, and it looked like shit. While I'm on stage, I'm kind of somewhat blacked out. I'm everywhere at once. There's a million things I'm feeling, so I can't really zero in on specifics all the time. I can't really tell what this person is really saying or feeling or something. All I know is that there's energy. Well, I thought she was hype for my set until I came up to her and I was like trying to give her a dap or something to that extent. She was just like, and then I realized she had her middle finger up like this, looking me dead in my eyes, and then saying, fuck you, like, and I realized that, I could read her lips, and I'm trying to stay professional, that's not gonna make me fuck up my song, I'll just move around and shit, the hecklers happen, it's part of the game. So I'm still rapping my shit, but then I realized that she goes a step further. She starts yelling the headliner's name. She starts chanting it. S-O-B-R-B-E. And then all her little squad of homegirls, man, they pick up on it before I know it, and they're all shouting it with her. And then it picks up to the people behind them, and then it spreads like a fucking brush fire. Within seconds, this whole crowd of 1,000+ people is now chanting S-O-B-R-B-E over my shit. Right over my set. And like I said, we're equipped to be able to handle some hecklers, but at this point, it was so much of an uproar, it was so deafening, I couldn't even hear my music. Couldn't even hear it, man. I was fucked. Like within seconds, man. There's no other feeling like that, man. Let me tell you, there is there is not a lower feeling than that. Of wanting to crawl out of your fucking skin, for real. Deer in headlights. Nothing you could do. Well, kind of like human instinct, we all kind of got that shit in us, man. That fight or flight shit. And it's a real thing. This was the only vindicating moment for me. At one point, I stopped the feeling of wanting to crawl out of my skin, and I just got fucking red with rage at this point. And I told the DJ to cut the fucking song, cut my fucking show music, keep the mic on, and I went to the chick that started all this shit, and I just went off on her in a freestyle. I don't know what the fuck I said really and da-da-da-da-da, but I ended up with something just capping on her looks and how she an ugly little bitch or something like that on the mic. And then the crowd went from chanting the headliner to uproar, laughter. The whole crowd. So, and then the bitch was so embarrassed, so pissed, threw the fucking, no, I didn't throw it at the bitch. I just threw the mic down and I just walked off. So that was my one little fight or flight moment of I'm going down, but I'm going down swinging. All right? I ain't no pushover, no pussy. I do have doubt. I do have anxiety. I do have fear, but I've always been the type that's I'll have that, but what choice do I have in these situations? I'm gonna react. And I made something out of it. It was a really embarrassing fucking show, but I had that final laugh, you could say. So I feel like you ain't really in the game until you've had that, something like that, to that magnitude. Maybe not even 1,000. But you don't even need 1,000 people. Just even a crowd of 50 people booing you. You know, that'll be enough. But yeah. All right. So that was one show. Disaster. So now the other half of the episode, and I choose to use the positive one for the second part. I actually don't know what came first, the booing show or the crowd surfing show. But they both did happen at the same place, Arcata Community Center. Same situation, promotion. I was added as an opener to one of these big headliners, all ages. So yeah, man, same time period. I'm probably only separated by a couple months. You know what I mean? So I was still on my technical shit, but I don't know if I had just a different set list, or if just the headliner brought a slightly different crowd that was a little more down or something. But the energy was right, and they was feeling my set. It was rocking with me. And there comes a point, I'd never reached this point before, when they're rocking with you so tough and everybody's just so hyped up from the environment, and you're adding to the fun of that environment. You could just see it. And we took the opportunity, man. And my manager was on stage, and he's just like, y'all want fucking Hiway to crowd surf? Y'all want, you know, would y'all hold them up? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, all right, motherfuckers, don't lie. Took all my shit out. I did that shit, man. Still the microphone, still rapping the shit. I just fucking, there's a way to do it. And luckily I watched these videos of just motherfuckers doing it, but you gotta kind of jump and do a twist and land on your back, man. You don't want to be belly first and, you know, and grabbing your dick and all that shit. And you don't want to like land on them like feet, you know what I mean? You got to be somewhat flat when you land on them, but it was a good landing. And they held me, man. They fucking moved me back a little bit into the crowd and then moved me back up, safely back on stage. We kept rocking the show, man. 1,000 people or at least on that bitch. You know what I mean? One of the craziest highs I've ever had as a performer. I've never crowd surfed since then. But, man. And of course, you know, on a show like that successful, shit, we were selling merch good that night. Yeah. So, man, it just goes to show you. I chose to make these one video because it's the same venue, but to show that contrast, man. It's hella highs and hella lows, and it doesn't get any more plain than that. Crawling out of your skin in one situation and just feeling like you're on top of the world on another situation. So don't let one bad show, bad experience, like fuck your head up about your self-worth. And there's a term that someone told me that I just really resonated with me, and it's called imposter syndrome. I think anyone that's like putting themselves out there, especially like entertainers and shit, you're very vulnerable. It's all these people judging you, man. And even if you do have some talent and shit, like anything could go wrong live. There's one take, you know. anything could go wrong. You know, there could just be those people there that night that are just there to fucking ruin the vibe or be catered to. So don't let it fuck you up. In fact, you probably have to go through it. Because like I said, this was something that I didn't know existed in me, where I don't freestyle. I don't freestyle. I just don't. I'm a writer. But that night I freestyled, and I had 1,000 people laughing at something I said to a heckler. So as traumatizing as that experience was, I also unlocked that part of me I didn't know existed. You know, it's like we fear things more than we should. When we're actually in the moment, there's no room for the fear anymore. It just becomes adrenaline. Yeah. So it's just shit to think about, man. And definitely experiences in my career, in my life in general, that has stuck out and really built my character. You know what I mean? There's upsides and downsides to everything. Failures you learn from. Wins you celebrate too. Yeah. And there's a low side to that too, because a few weeks after that crowd surfing, this shit, my neck hurt for a long time. I don't know what the fuck I did. Did something. I mean, it's cool, but I have I don't have pains in really anywhere in my body but my neck. And I feel like it was right after that. So, but you know what I mean, worth it, man. This is the life, man. This is the life. If you can't handle this shit, you're in the wrong fucking game, man. But yeah. So shout out to Arcadia Community Center. There I go again, fucking up people's names. Arcadia Community Center. All the promoters that do those shows there, all the motherfuckers that attend those shows, man, we get a lot of love. I get a lot of love, especially in recent years. So I've opened up my mind to hip hop, to which, you know, new hip hop and all that. So yeah, this is the humility episode, and triumph, and everything in between. See, these are lessons. These are not just stories, but these are things you could, lessons, messages. Keep your head up out there, alright? This is Hiway, man. We pushing, we doing this shit forever. So as long as I'm able-bodied and nothing crazy happens, man, I'm in this shit for the good and the bad, highs and the lows. Alright, so bring that shit. I'm only getting better. Only getting better, man. I'm feeling younger and younger in this bitch. Alright? It's been another crazy story from your boy Hiway. 101, way high. 707, you dig? Catch you next time.